Still the heart and soul of a Warriors team that has seen seismic change over the past 3 seasons. So there was no one better to sit down with ahead of tomorrow's ABC primetime matchup against the Mavericks. And you know Draymond minces no words, whether the topic is Luka Doncic or, yes, Rodney Magruder. Take a look.
Klay Thompson will miss the upcoming NBA season.
We all, hope that things move in the right direction.
Draymond lob to Wiseman. He said he's going to unlock that kid. Why not? 62. He's just box office.
So, Draymond, this Warriors team has been a trip. You guys have had some really high highs so far this season. You've had some low lows. Now that we're more than a quarter of the way through, who is this Warriors team to you?
This Warriors team still doesn't have an identity. We've kind of seen glimpses of who this team can be. We've shown at times where, we can move the ball and get great shots on offense, and the offense looked great. I think we've saw the offense look like an elementary school was playing. Same goes for defense. I think we've shown some glimpses of who we can be, but this team does not have an identity yet.
Of course, the biggest thing affecting the league this year is coronavirus. You tested positive for COVID during training camp. What was it like for you to deal with that?
Everyone dealing with COVID has sucked. This season, quite frankly, has sucked due to COVID. Our lives kind of has sucked due to COVID. Most importantly, the lives that have been affected by COVID and how many people have lost loved ones. I don't really know what else to say about it. It sucks.
Luka dancing around Kyle. Wow.
Luka doing it all, man. He's making a lot of plays right now.
You're about to play the Mavericks. What is the challenge of defending Luka Doncic?
As a defender, your only goal is to make a guy do something that he don't want to do. And if you can do that on the defensive end, more often than not, you're going to be successful. With Luka, you kind of can't make him do what you want him to do. I think he made a statement maybe last year where he said, it's easier for me to score in the NBA than it was for me to score in Europe. And everybody went crazy, like, how disrespectful is he? He's shown that that's true. Over here, James. James, over here. You didn't catch that ball right there and make a play.
I didn't see it.
But you didn't see it. That's my point. Always see the ball.
You've also become a real mentor to James Wiseman, and of course he's out right now with the sprained wrist, but he's the number 2 overall pick. His development is really important to the organization, and you haven't just been there, you have been vocal Draymond being there.
The only thing I'll ever get upset about is if he isn't aggressive enough. When I am yelling at him, he don't even realize he isn't being aggressive. The things I've had the most fun with this season is just trying to show him the way, because it's a very rewarding feeling when you see him start to do things right and start to turn that corner.
Klay Thompson said he's really glad to hear you yelling at Wiseman because it's a break from you yelling at him for the past 10 years.
The reality is, I don't think people realize it. For years, Klay and I, we were the young guys on the team. And so the only guy I really could yell at was Klay. No one else would listen to me. Everybody else was way older than us. So that was the only guy I couldn't yell at. There's a few more guys I can yell at now, and now Klay's the old guy. Can't yell at him anymore.
What's going on over there, Klay? Rodney Magruder. Oh, no, this dude might be out the league soon. He's probably mad about that. Who knows?
Wow, shots fired.
He's over here checking my guy.
You guys had an interesting ending to a game earlier this week. Rodney Magruder had some things to say, came over toward the Warriors tunnel. Klay Thompson had some things to say on the broadcast because he happened to be on the headsets at the time. And then you were very vocal in the post-game press conference.
When the Rodney Magruder become the tough guy of the team? I don't know, man. There's too many tough guys in this league these days for me. But I know ain't nobody scared of no damn Rodney Magruder.
Now that you've had a minute to calm down, how do you feel about what happened?
I still feel the same way I felt after the game. When I say something, I mean it. I meant everything I said that night. There's no comments that will ever be made from me that I won't stand by.
The one-time darlings are now a dynasty.
You guys went through a run where you won 3 titles in 5 years. You were just automatically in championship contention. Then you go through a really tough injury year with everybody getting hurt besides you basically last year. Another year this season where you guys are trying to put the pieces back together. If you guys do get back to an NBA Finals, win another title, will it be different than the earlier ones because of the road you're now going through to try to get there?
I think it'll 100% be different. When you see the other side of things, it gives you a different appreciation for getting to the finals, for winning championships, for being a contender. It kind of gives you a different appreciation, and I do look forward to getting back. Everybody thinks it's kind of end of us. We're not done yet. We'll be back.
Always with plenty to say. Thank you so much, Draymond, for taking the time. Now joining myself, Vince, and Kendrick is Golden State's NBA insider for ESPN, Nick Friedel. Maybe one of the best home backgrounds we've got here at ESPN. I'm loving all the Chicago Cubs wear there, Nick. Very impressive. And I want to ask you a little bit about this matchup on Saturday because Luka Doncic, Steph Curry lead all Western Conference backcourt players in fan votes. And as we prepare to watch them tomorrow night, who do you think is under more pressure this season at large?
Rafe, isn't Steph Curry's legacy always on the line every game he plays?
I don't think so, but
Luka is still so
yes.
young. He's finding his own way.
Oh, we've lost Nick. I don't think it is, but Perk, you can jump in. I do know that there's that public perception, Perk, that it is, but I don't understand it. His legacy shouldn't be on the line every time, right?
Well, no, listen, I tell you this. Let's nip this in the bud right now. Steph Curry legacy, and he's never under pressure. He could retire right now, and he's fine and dandy, okay? The guy who's under the most pressure this season out of Steph and Luka is Luka. We crowned Luka and we anointed Luka last season, and I'm guilty of it also because of what he did of being, a top 5 guy in the league. We had him as an MVP favorite coming into the season. Now his numbers do say that he's balling right now, but it's not impactful numbers on winning. When you look at LeBron James and how he had that triple-double just last night, it impacted winning. Right now, the Dallas Mavericks are not winning basketball games at all. Luka came in a bit out of shape, and he is, to Zach Lowe's point, he is whining and complaining about every single thought. I got Zach Lowe back all day long because Zach was right. Mm-hmm. And Zach is just telling the truth and stating the facts. And that's what we got to do is be honest, because if it was Russell Westbrook that was averaging a triple-double and wasn't getting wins or whatever the case may be, we will hear about it every single day. And Luka, he has to be held accountable just like any other player in the league. So he's under the most pressure to bounce, to have a great season, and to carry this Dallas Maverick team because they were supposed to be a top 5 team in the West, not a lottery team, which they are right now.
Man, like you said it all. To me, I'm like, okay, so what can we say? Steph hasn't. Can he lead his team to a championship? He's done it.
Yep.
Can he win an MVP?
Yep.
Can he show he's one of the best in the league? He's done that. Is he one of the pure shooters? Does he have to prove that he shoots better than anyone? No. I mean, like, what else does he have to prove? It's like, if anything, he's proven himself that he wants to prove to himself he can come back and dominate when their team right now, he's the main focus, and he's still averaging 28 points a game. So I think for Luka, all of those things that we just talked about with Steph, Luka is trying to do now. So I feel like the pressure more is on him. Like you said, he's touted now as an MVP candidate. If we tout Steph as the MVP candidate coming in, well, we know if he didn't, he already has won it.
He's got 2.
He's done that already. He has 2 of them. Exactly my point. So I feel like for Steph, it's just, let me just come back here and just show you, like you said, this light-skinned brother can still shoot the ball. Maybe y'all forgot, but I can still shoot the ball. I can still dominate the basketball game for my team, even though I don't have all of my guys with me. And for Luka, he's still showing that. He shows flashes and he has stretches, and he is balling, like you said, but he has to do it consistently. And right now, when you have that, when you're touted as a MVP candidate and was leading coming into the season over a LeBron James and Kevin Durant and some of these guys, you got to back it up. So that's where the pressure, I think, lies on Luka.
All right, well, here's what we learned in this segment, right? Draymond Green, very firm in his beliefs. Nick Friedel, not good internet. Zach Lowe, we all love him. And Steph Curry has nothing to prove. This has been a successful segment.
Shout out to Zach Lowe for keeping it real.
That's right. And here's what The Jump recommends for today, people. It's Friday, so speaking of Zach Lowe, 10 things I like and don't like column that is up on ESPN+.